Alright, so as you can probably see, it's starting to prime. You hear that pop? You might, if you're looking close enough, start to see the outside ring starting to burn a bit. Not quite there yet, but I reckon a couple of minutes and she'll be good to go. So we'll give that a couple of minutes and oh, there you go, she's doing it now. She's priming up now. Try and get in there so you can see better. Here we go, try this. You can see around there now. See how the outside's now going good? Alright, cool, so that's good to go. So we're going to just put this back here so you can see everything like that, and then we're going to get this and we're going to go like this and start. Alright, so that's 500 mils of water, and let's just let this roll and see what happens. So I'm just going to let this record. I'm not going to talk or anything unless I decide for some reason I need to say something, which I probably don't. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Watch the clock, boys. Put the lid on just to keep a little bit of the heat in there. Probably not necessary, but you know, whatever. Yeah, so we'll see how we go. I don't know if you've noticed this, but this is one thing I really like about Trangias. Can you hear that? Now, if that was a jet boil, it would sound something like this. Yeah, it'll boil shit real quick. Handy if you want hot water real quick, or you got MREs, or you know, dehydrated meals, those sorts of things. Yeah, I guess, you know, if you just need water boiled quick, that's the way to go. If you can handle the noise. Me, preferably, I quite like the whole setup of this. It's quite cool, I feel. I enjoy it. Yeah, it may take a little bit longer to boil the water, but, you know, we're camping, mate. It's all about enjoying the time out there. It's not about getting things done like you're in the city where everything's 100 miles an hour, is it? You know, sometimes you just got to take the back seat and just chill. And that's good. Another thing I'll sort of point out too, on this kettle, with a lot of these kettles, these bales won't actually stand up. So this bale has got a clip in it, which means that you can actually stand it up, which means effectively this doesn't get hot, so you can just pull it straight off. And the same with this little bale here. That can fold down, or you can actually have it sitting up like that where it won't fall down, which is brilliant. Because if that's red hot and you're trying to get that little thing off there, pick that D-ring up and then get the handle and you're burning yourself, you know, you're going to need a stick or a pair of gloves and all that sort of business. This is great. It's got a little bit of a silicone cover over it. That's not hot to the touch whatsoever. That isn't either. What's the water looking like? Looking like water. Got a little bit of steam, I think. Maybe just a little bit of steam. Just a little bit. So I'll put the lid back on, like so, and I'll just give it a little bit longer. See how we go. Shouldn't take too much longer. I think we're pretty much there. Well, we're not there. We're getting there. Alright, so we're coming up to nearly 3 minutes. 3 minutes without a bubble. That's alright. But like I said, like you're out camping and you're trying to enjoy the peace and quiet, right? Now, I don't think you can get much more peace and quiet than a Trangia. And for value for money, man, like, I'm just using Metho, mate. Metho costs nothing. I mean, you can go buy all this biofuels and the mixtures of this and that and ethanol and ethanol and whatever. I don't know. I'm not real fancy like that. I figure if it lights, it works, mate. You know, I grew up old school, and the way it used to be was just, you would just use whatever the frick you had, mate. You made do with what you had, and if you couldn't do it that way, you'd work out another way to do it. But there was always I guess if there's always a will, there's a way. You just got to find the way, right? Yeah. So, yeah. You know, camping's changed a lot over the years. Well, since when I used to start, when I was a camper, when I was in my 20s, as opposed to now. You know, back in the day, we didn't have online shops. You couldn't just get online and look at all the gear, and, you know, ultralight backpacking probably was a thing, but I never knew about it. All I knew about was just camping. The only places you could really get your camping gear was, like, you know, Ray's Tent City. Ray's, I think, was about it, to be honest with you. There was no Anaconda back then. There's no Google, there's no internet, no mobile phones. Yeah, so a little bit different, I guess. But it's so easy now to get online and just sit there for hours and just punch into things and throw them in a cart and think, yep, I need that, I need that, I need this, I need that, I need this. Truth be told, mate, you really don't need a lot. And I know I keep sort of stating this, but yeah, I got a little bit more I want to add to this, so there'll be another video on this camping business. Well, I count to 5 minutes. I'll let it hit 5, I'll pull the lid and we'll have a quick look, see how we're looking. I reckon we might have a bubble by about now. It sounds like something's happening. Unless it's just a TRANGIA. I don't know, maybe it's just a TRANGIA. Oh no, we've got bubbles. Alright, cool. Yeah, get in here. See that? Bubbles. Alright. Bubbles at... where are we at? Oh, look at that. 5 minutes, 16 seconds. Alright, I reckon... I'm going to guesstimate. I'm going to go 6:30 and it'll be boiling. Shit, I think it's already boiling. Oh no. Oh. You can hear it, but... See? And how good's that? Peaceful, no noise. Get your coffee cup out, get your coffee in. You want to grind fresh coffee, grind your fresh coffee, get fancy. Do what you want. You want a cup of tea? Get in there and make a Milo. Have a Bonox if you want. Throw some Vegemite in there. Make a lemon and honey drink. I mean, the choices are endless. Choices are endless. Oh, looky, looky. Alright, there we go. No, look. Now, I'm not saying that's a roll and boil yet. I'm not considered that a boil. Alright, I'm going to let that go. We're still at... Oh, where are we? I'm coming up to 6:30. Coming up to 6:30, yeah. Alright, well. But 6:30, I don't reckon it's happened yet. Oh, there's steam coming out the front. Hang on. There we go. Look at this. Steam coming out the front. Right. There we go. That's a look on. Alright, that's a roll and boil. We're stopping this. Alright, roll and boil. Happy with that? Good shit. Alright, so that's our cup of tea. Or hot water. And that's our TRANGIA in all its glory. That's the full time it took for 500ml. How's the TRANGIA going? You can see these things are wicked, eh? And then you've got this little thing. So this is your little, this is called a simmer ring. The beautiful thing about this is this thing slides. So what you can do is when you get it, if you only want a little bit of flame coming out of that, you can do that. Yeah? That's what you can do. So that's that. Yeah. So we just put that out and we should be good. Alright. But that's the time we got. And that's 500ml.